Thou hast journeyed far, and overcome much, chosen undead. Come hither, child. O chosen undead, I am Guinevere, daughter of Lord Gwyn and Queen of Sunlight. Since the day Father his form did obscureth, I have awaited thee. I bequeath the Lord Vessel to thee.
So by the power of the Lord Vessel, you may now warp between bonfires. Great.
I beseech thee, succeed Lord Gwyn, and inheriteth the fire of our world. Thou shalt endeth this eternal twilight, and avert further undead sacrifices.
Okay, so now here is your crossroads choice. But, yeah, I'll talk about that right now. Here's your crossroads choice. I'm not going to warp. I usually do, but I'm not. Your crossroads choice is to either give the Lord Vessel to Frampt, or talk to Frampt with the Lord Vessel in your inventory. I think I showed Frampt. If I didn't, my bad. I think I did. But if you can talk to him and go with the... And... You know, just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna link the fire, yay. Or, well, actually, you don't have to link the fire if you give it to Frampt, but... Or you can keep it, and go and kill the 4 kings, even though you don't... If this is your first playthrough, and you haven't watched any walkthroughs, you don't really know anything about the 4 kings. You don't know that they're there, or anything. You don't know... But there's Koth. You can kill the 4 kings, skip if you know they're there, and kill or side with Koth. Give him the Lord Vessel. It's all pretty much the same thing. You don't really. You can do this with the Lord Vessel. It's not really. Doesn't really affect your choice at the end of the game who you give the Lord Vessel to. But, so you get your great bow and arrows right there. Just go back if you missed that. No, you shouldn't have. Plunge attack doesn't kill. I think that's it for Anor Londo. Right now, that is. Okay. Doesn't really affect your ending. But it's what you choose, who you give the Lord Vessel to, but yeah, whatever. You can do 2 things with the Lord Vessel. Second, what I was going to talk about is Frampt. You can sell things to Frampt. I may not have said that when I showed him. If I did, then yeah, just whatever. Sell things to Frampt. You can also sell the souls of bosses, like Soul of Quelaag, Soul of Moonlight Butterfly, and he'll give you prices. The interesting thing between, the only difference between Ornstein and Smo's soul is that when you sell Ornstein's soul, he gives you 10,000 souls, and when you sell Smo's soul, he gives you 1 soul. Which, you know, like, Smo gets 1 soul because, if you read the soul description, he's a cannibal. So, that would be why he gives 1 soul. Also selling, I'm going to explain the selling of these souls. The only time, if you're going to use the soul items for souls and not boss weapons, the only souls I would recommend sending to Frampt are of the female boss characters. So Quelaag, the Moonlight Butterfly I consider female, as it's a butterfly. There's another boss called Priscilla. And the reason I recommend selling the female souls is because they give you more souls when you sell them to Frampt than if you use them as a consumable soul item. The male souls, like Ornstein, or Ornstein, Iron Golem, things like that, give you more souls if you don't sell them to Frampt. So yeah, if you know, I may not have explained that pretty well, but that's just the way I see it. Female souls give you more My head hurts. More, just random. More souls for selling to Framped. So we're gonna go to Firelink Shrine. Why'd I say it like that? Like, yeah. It's all hateful. I just tried to look at my wrist to see what time it was. Because, you know, it's like, oh yeah, it's the hair past a vein. Yeah, load, come on. Oh, really? Yeah, the recorder might be messing up right now, which is awesome! Okay. Have not killed Sif. I will do that probably next playthrough, or next sitting, sorry, next playthrough. Yeah, let's do it. It's actually, he's not one of the avoidable bosses. You have to kill him. Okay, so, if you did not talk to Petrus, I never do, really, unless I'm a faith character, which I've never done. If you don't talk to Petrus, he can sell you miracles, but you have to join the Way of Light Covenant to get them, at least until his friends show up, the friends in the background. When they show up, you don't have to join the Way of Light to buy his miracles. I'm gonna roll off the elevator onto here. I'm gonna walk this way and talk this way. And there's treasure down there. There's a talisman down there, so that's where you get your talisman if you, Really, I fell. What is this? What? Okay. Let's try. No, what? What? Really? Oh, God. Alright, whatever. Let's get this loot. Anyway, Petrus's friends will show up. You don't have to join the Way of Light Covenant to buy his miracles if you want them. And the chest down there will give you a talisman if you need one, if you didn't choose the cleric as your start. So let's try this again. Roll off. This is the path to the Undead Asylum, the place you came from in the beginning. Roll off of there. If you can, I think if you can medium roll, you can just roll off of here. Otherwise, you can just run and jump. Either or will get you to it, even though running and jumping is less accurate. And if you land correctly on here, you get the Undead Asylum F2 key. You can run and jump over to here, get the Soul of a Lost Undead, and return back with the roll off the elevator type deal. Actually, you don't even have to. You can, there's a path back up from the roof where you get the key. Actually, I don't even think you have to roll onto the roof that gets the key. I think you just walk to it. Yeah, if you just walk, you can... Well, maybe not, because, you know, I fell. Yeah, you can't walk to it, but you can get off and walk over like that. So back up the stairs, you know... When you climb up these stairs, you want to curl up like a ball in the nest. Wait a little bit. A kind of long time, though. It's like 20 seconds. You gotta wait. Yeah. Now is the optional area segment of the playthrough. Walkthrough thing. Undead Asylum, there are 4 Undead Asylum revisited. What's it called? The Painted World, which you have to go to the Undead Asylum to get to the Painted World. The Great Hollow and Ash Lake. There are bosses in every area except the Great Hollow. And I guess Ash Lake, because the boss in Ash Lake, the health bar doesn't show up. It's a Hydra in Ash Lake. It's more powerful than the one in the Darkroot Basin, which is also another optional area, but whatever. I go there, pretty much. And I will show the rest of it. I will kill the Hydra before I go to the Painted World, which is in Anne Orlando, so show that. So revisiting